What is going on, guys? Vuxury here. In today's video, I'll be teaching you how to set up your wheel on Greenville. Now, I shouldn't be making this video as you guys can just search it up, but y'all kept asking me to make the video. So yeah, here I am. So first, we're going to start off with our Logitech wheels. This applies to every wheel, but there's one extra step for Logitech wheels as Thrustmaster has theirs built in. So if you're on a Logitech steering wheel, you want to make sure you have Logitech G Hub downloaded. This is a very important part for Logitech wheels, or you won't have control of it. If you're on Thrustmaster, also make sure you get the Thrustmaster software, but you can just search that up. But once it's installed, it's basically self-explanatory. It'll look like this when you open it. If your wheel says connecting, plug it in basically. But you want to go into here. You want to make sure your wheel operating range is set to 720 degrees or lower. Sensitivity, it must be on 80 or higher, and make sure your centering spring is at 13 or lower. Mine's on 10, so I have 720, 80, and 10. And make sure this is ticked or your wheel will not be able to turn. It will be hard to turn. And after that, you're good in this software. You can close it. Next, you want to go to X360 CE. You want to download for 32-bit games only. Do not do 64 or all games. It has to be 32-bit. I already have it installed, so I don't have to do it. Next, you want to search up Roblox player in your Windows thing. Open file location. Right click it. Open file location again. Now, leave this open. Now what you want to do, right here, you should have X360 open on WinRAR, but if you don't, then you don't. Since I already have it installed, I can just go here again, documents. I'm gonna open a different thing for documents. I'm gonna go to downloads, X360 CE. So here's how it looks if you just download it. So you'll see it's right here. Do not open it. You actually want to drag it into here, as you can see. Next, you can open it. Now when you open it, it'll say there's no input made for it, so click create. Next, you can click search automatically for settings, default settings. So as you see, I already have my settings set up, but I'll go over it once again. So if there's some random settings in here that don't make any sense, like the triggers being the bumpers, then click clear. Also, another thing that I noticed when editing, sometimes the software, the controller, it will not, have any controls. You won't be able to change anything. If this issue occurs, click that auto button that you see right there, and it'll automatically put the stuff, and then you can clear. And I'll explain how to do it. First, let's start with steering. Now, the reason I started off with the Logitech G Hub is so you can turn your wheel while you're not in a game. If your wheel is stiff, then disable the centering spring amount at first. So you want to click record. You want to turn your wheel to the right, just to make sure you can turn it all the way to the left also, and see if you can hit full lock. In that case, I can, which is the 720 degrees. So next, let's set up the important ones. Let's set up the gas. So for this one, you want to click record and click on your far right pedal. You want to mash down that far right pedal. As you see, that's good. For your brakes, if you're on a Logitech steering wheel, you want to click your middle pedal, and boom, as you see, that trigger is the one you want to go for, as you can see. And now you see your pedals are set up. If you want to use the clutch, if you're planning to use manual, you actually want to go to the bumper that's on the left side, click record, and press your far left pedal. And as you see, you now have the clutch. Me personally, I don't use manual with clutch on wheel, but if you want to, you do you. Next, let's set up the paddles so you can upshift. For the right paddle, aka the shift up paddle, you want to go for Y, click record. As you see, X, you want to downshift, so record, and then left paddle. B and A, you can actually set that on your wheel. If you have a G920, it should be there. But if you have the G29 model with the PlayStation layout, B will be circle. So I'm going to click that, circle. And if you're on the Xbox wheel, A should be A. But if you're on the PS4 version, A should be X. So in my case, it's X. I have a G29. And for guide and start, you can do this if you want. But for back, it should be, I think, the lines button. Actually, that might be the start button. I don't know. You guys can figure that out, but it's self-explanatory. Next, we're not done yet. Go to game settings, Roblox player beta. We're gonna make sure COM, PVID, and all the 32 bits are applied here. Then you want to click apply and synchronize settings. It'll say this, click OK, and boom, it's saved. And it added more files. That's why I left that open. Go back to controller 1. Once you're done with everything, you want to click save. And as you see, it made another file. That's why you have to save. And yeah, that should be all you have to do. Close out of that. Go launch Greenville. There's going to be no cuts, so you know there's no faking it. Now, if you got your wheel right, if you turn it in game, it should put a dot in the center. You can see my mouse, but then when I turn the wheel, it puts a dot in the center, showing that it can detect the wheel. So we're gonna do a quick little showcase. So if we get in our swag wagon, first person, if I turn my wheel to the right, as you can see, it turns to the right. And that's the reason why I told you guys to lower your degrees in Logitech G Hub, because it detects it really well. I'm actually gonna go ahead and take a smooth drive. So yeah, it does take some getting used to, but it actually feels really good on here. So yeah, I might start playing with wheel again. But as you can see, it detects almost all the wheel movement. Once you start playing, you'll realize how good this is once you use Logitech G Hub. So as you can see, I can actually drive pretty decent on wheel. This car's just really loud. So yeah, as you can see, I can switch lanes and stuff. If you want to set up turn signals and stuff, you gotta figure out the Xbox controller stuff, so just let me know. But yeah, that'll probably be it for today's video. Very short video, but if you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, it's been Vuxury, and I am out.